Let's talk about the new season of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
What can you tell us? Tell us all the secrets.
Well, I can't tell you any of the secrets, but I can tell you that it's an adventure-filled season with the Doctor and Clara. I think really behaving like a little gang who've suddenly discovered that they have the whole of time and space to play in.
They just discovered this.
They just kind of discovered that because I think last season they were understandably a little bit preoccupied with identity. With, Clara's best friend had suddenly transformed into this guy, so who wasn't the easiest guy to deal with. But having kind of resolved that I think they still really like each other and they still want to be together in that TARDIS, they're now charging off around the universe having a good time. If there's danger, they're running towards it.
Excellent.
And they're very reckless, and there's great monsters, great old monsters, great new monsters, a big kind of cinematic sweep to the show, and quite an epic kind of sense about it, both in terms of what you see and also the emotional ambition of the show, because that's one of the things I've always loved about Doctor Who, is there are always many levels. In some levels it's a kind of B-movie with guys in rubber suits playing monsters, and another level it's a kind of philosophical discourse on what it's like to be alive.
Yeah, and I know you're a huge fan of the Daleks. Are we going to get Daleks again this season?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Do we have Daleks? Do we have Daleks? Who knows? No one knows. They could just pop up anywhere. They could be here right now. They could be in the basement. When I came up through the kitchen, I saw some worrying castor marks, wheel marks in the floor. They could have been Daleks. I think it's safe to say we got some old monsters and some new monsters.
Okay. I was at the Lego Dimensions thing yesterday, so there's a new Lego Dimensions Doctor Who game. How was it being the voice of a Lego?
That was fantastic. I mean, to be honest, when I did the voice, there was no game there. Yeah. We just had the script, which was very clever. But I was knocked out when I saw the finished thing, which I did yesterday for the first time, because the whole, the cinematic quality of what they've done, I could have just sat and watched the game. I don't even need to play it. Yeah. I could have just watched the whole thing unfold, because you had, Daleks and Cybermen and Batman and Gandalf and also they have this fantastic thing where they have all 12 Doctors, and you can alter if you decide to play William Hartnell. The TARDIS changes into William Hartnell's TARDIS, and it's like in black and white.
Yeah,
isn't that cool?
It's amazing.
Yeah, and they go through all the Doctors like that with all their own TARDISes, and they're great little figures,
All right, you are known for your Doctor Who scowl and your aggressive eyebrows. Are we going to see a lot? Are we going to see a lot more of that this season?
No. No.
Can you teach me how to scowl?
I didn't know. People, this is what you do. You just look very intense. This is my concerned look. I'm surprised people say it's a scowl. Let me see yours. That's good.
I look constipated.
No. That's a good. Oh dear, the universe is in trouble. Scowl. How am I going to fix it?
Awesome.
How am I going to fix the universe?
It's a season which is kind of really adrenaline fueled and about the adventure and living in the moment and running towards danger.
So let's talk about Danny. Let's talk about Danny.
Poor old Danny Pink.
Yeah.
Poor old Danny Pink, the Cyberman.
Is there any chance of Danny coming back in any ways?
Danny is up in the skies, being a Cyberman.
Okay.
Watching over Clara.
So is Clara going to find a new love interest?
Absolutely not. I think what this has done to Clara is kind of changed her whole perspective on life, and she's no longer kind of got the ties to Earth that she had before, and just wants to be in the TARDIS and just wants to hang out with the Doctor and just wants that to be her world, and makes it so.
Yeah. Do we have any new monsters that you're really excited about? You don't have to tell us who they are, but something about them maybe?
Yes, we have. This is quite a psychological one.
Ooh.
And then we have some old classics. The Zygons are back. There's a couple of surprises, some really good ones. Vikings, we have Vikings too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And what is your favorite aspect of Clara?
I love the relationship with the Doctor. All of that. The relationship with the Doctor and my relationship with Peter, and us getting to work in the TARDIS and being our own. That partnership is quite a unique thing to have, I think, on television, but also a unique thing that you get to work so closely with someone for so long, and I love that bit.
And the Doctor, this Doctor is known for his scowl and his aggressive eyebrows.
Yeah, he's like the sweetest man in the world as well. He's so like joyful and he's very not that aspect of the character.
Is Clara gonna?
He does it very well.
Yeah, is Clara gonna scowl and show us some of her eyebrows? Because you've got some beautiful eyebrows.
I have some beautiful eyebrows, but I'm afraid I can't do the one eyebrow business. The raise.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
I can't do it
yet.
Let's talk about Missy.
Let's.
Hey, Missy, you're so fine.
I am. I totally am. Both actor and character, let's face it.
I agree. Are we going to get some more dancing and singing?
There's going to be some more Missy antics for sure. Probably coming from a slightly different angle, which surprised me. So, yes, more Missy, but in a slightly different way.
Okay. When is Missy coming back? Are we going to see her right away, or?
You will. She comes back pretty hard on the heels of the last series.
Okay. And there are a lot of questions about where Missy was and what she's been doing between last time we saw the Master and where we are now. So are we going to get a backstory?
She would. No, I don't think you will. I can give you the backstory because obviously I'm Missy, but she was taking tea with the Queen at Buckingham Palace for quite a few weeks, and until it was time for her to come back and try and annihilate the universe again,
right.
which so she has to take sustenance for that before she attacks the world again.
Excellent.
So she was just taking tea, really.
Yeah.
With the Queen.
As one does.
Of England.
Yeah.
/ Scotland. / Ireland and Wales. Britain. The Queen of Britain.
Yes.
The United Kingdom.
The current Queen.
Yes, Queen Elizabeth, yes.
Okay.
That's right.
What are your favorite aspects of Missy? Because she's such a fun character.
Isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, I love her. She's just so, she's definitely quite sick in the head because there's something quite psychotic and pathological about her, but she doesn't seem to notice. She's in extreme denial and bores of people very quickly and has to destroy them. She likes to be with people that make her laugh, but she'll happily kill them too.
The relationship we have with Missy and the Doctor is different than any other Master we've seen with the Doctor. Are we going to get to explore that more and see some more of the feisty banter?
Yes, I think so. I think the Doctor is obviously completely obsessed with Missy because for a woman of her advancing years, she's still extremely attractive.
Oh, she is so hot.
And so she's just like trying to bat him off there, as a sort of, he's basically becoming like grit in her shoe.
As men usually do.
Yes, but what a guy. He's one hell of a guy, but no, through a sort of her mission, through a sort of perverse justice, is still trying to destroy the universe.
Awesome. And if you could describe the new season with a hashtag, what would that hashtag be?
Hashtag grand electricity.
Ooh, that's like huge, but we don't know what it means. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the new season.
Okay.
What can you tell us about the new season? I want all of the secrets.
Well, it's exciting. We've got more two-parters than we've had for a while. We've been sort of fighting shy of them, but I think that's made a very big difference to the kind of storytelling we can do and the kind of stories we can do and the time we can take to tell them. It's very emotional this year. It's a very emotional series. Okay. And I think one of the things we're getting out of Peter's Doctor is which you start to see emerging at the end of the first series is, for all that brittle carapace of sort of angry Scottishness, and he's actually an incredibly hurtable, vulnerable man.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about, is don't get too close to me, Clara, but you're great. Yeah. So there's, I think you see more of the ache of that, more of the, which is really very exciting.
Yeah. And we have Missy back this season. What can you tell us about Missy's return?
I don't think you'll call it. I don't think you'll know in what way she returns and why. I think it's a bit different, and it's I don't know. I love that character. I've always loved that character. When I was starting to write Missy properly in the finale, I went back and looked at the old Pertwee Delgado relationship in the old series, and the interesting thing about them is that they play it as friendship. They completely play as friendship. Even when they're trying to kill each other, you can tell these guys actually would be perfectly happy if they didn't have a planet to fight over. You know, they're good mates, and so that is the most interesting thing about it. Missy is Missy / the Master. What do we say now? I don't know. I'm completely lost.
The mistress. She is the mistress.
She doesn't like. She prefers the name Missy. I respect her choice, even though she's demonic and evil. I've forgotten what I was going to say there, so that's completely useless, isn't it? I mean, it was going to be a really exciting, insightful thing. That was the highlight of the interview, and it just went from my brain. That's jet lag for you.
What are you most looking forward to showing the fans this season? I know we have some new monsters.
What am I most looking forward to? I always look forward to the beginning, because that's always kind of exciting. But I always feel that's the curtain raiser. Somehow it's never, it's always the ones to come. I really like our Zygon two-parter in the middle. I think it's a sort of global urban thriller in a different way for us, which is very exciting. I think probably, but if the one element is just where we go with Clara and the Doctor. I was just watching a scene again this morning. I think it's from episode 6. Which it's so moving. It's so, and you sort of go, oh God, I hope this doesn't go wrong, because it's different, but it's a very, very clear progression.
Yeah. What can you tell us about the guest stars we have? We have amazing people coming on this season.
Jet lag is going to fog my brain again. Maisie Williams, of course, is coming in. I suppose that's the one that's getting the most attention here, and she's amazing. A very, very different part she'll be playing than the one you're used to.
She's not going to kill anybody.
You're going to have to wait and see. But no, she's amazing. But also, it's a tremendous contrast of acting styles. It's like with Peter, you've got this grand old Victorian actor in a way, versus this YouTuber. Is what it feels like, and it feels that tremendous dynamic range. And they're rather brilliant together.
Awesome. Thank you so much for talking to us today. It was great to meet you.
And you.